What the heck? Bother with me. What is this, brothers and sisters? Welcome back to another Mystelics reaction channel, guys. My hand is stinging right now, man. My hand hit my hand and my hand stinging. That's crazy. But guys, you don't know, we back again for another Mystelics reaction video right there on this Mystelics reaction channel, guys. Of course, you pretty much know the whole scenario about the excitement surrounding the plane coming into Dominica and everything like that. The American Airlines, of course, that is of course a wonderful thing right there and then. But guys, I found out something rather interesting. Before I find that out, guys, I must say a round of applause goes out to each and every one of you guys who tuned into yet another Mystelics reaction vibrations right there. And then if you've not done so, guys, definitely subscribe and turn on our post notifications so you can get all the videos as they tend to come through pretty much. Guys, as you can see right there, you saw that a number of persons, well, you probably didn't notice, but I noticed that a number of persons were actually tracking the plane as it left Florida and passing over the Bahamas on the way to Dominica right there. And then I had a number of these things, but I didn't put them in, guys, as you can pretty much tell. But before it left, guys, this is what it looked like leaving in Miami, Florida, guys. This is what it looks like right there. Let me make sure you have it on par. Boom, bang! So there was some sort of a similar situation taking place in Miami as a result of the inaugural flight of the American airline, or American Eagle flight, represented on the American airline. And of course, that is the video right there of it in Miami, about to leave. Yep, congratulations to Dominica, no doubt about it. Now, guys, I'm very much excited about that very thing right there, because I was saying on my WhatsApp that people can tend to, you know, decide to go and take a trip to Miami for the weekend. Go for a trip for the weekend in Miami, in one of them resorts and whatnot in Miami, hey. Because sometimes the resorts we have in Dominica, they're expensive, and there's that in Miami, they're cheaper. Because I've been to a couple of them, well, I never paid for any of them, but I know how much they cost. It costs about like 200 and something US dollars. While in Dominica, some of the resorts cost like 1,000 something. Well, certain sections, it costs like that. And if you want to stay in, I think in that place in Picard, close to Regents area there, it costs like 1,000 something US dollars. Well, no, something around that region right there, guys. There's actually cheaper hotels right there. But if you have to pay a plane ticket to go there, it's still expensive in this regard. But if you want to decide, hey, let me go America for a weekend, man, and come back on a Sunday or something, you leave the Friday, last flight, whatever it is, 3 o'clock, go back, go Miami, spend that whole time Friday, Saturday, and come back Sunday around 3 o'clock at the same time. So, well, depending on the time frame of the flights and stuff. So yeah, that is pretty much it right there. Actually had this here picture, as you can see right there, guys, an individual who's heavily involved in planes. He stated next week, Wednesday and Saturday, they are already sold out. The flights to Dominica from Miami are already sold out. And of course, the Wednesday after that, too, as well. So apparently it's Wednesday and Saturday that they'll be coming. I think they're increasing to one more day, though. So I'm guessing the increase to that day, of course, will then bring more possibilities. And as January is steady right there, before we reach January, the 25th and 29th have a few to go. So there are a few more seats to book when it comes on to coming to Dominica. So it's, you know, people coming for the Christmas, man. People want to bypass Antigua and all the kind of crazy places there. A friend of mine actually reached Dominica last week from the UK, and she came from the UK, London, Heathrow International, I think they call it, Heathrow. And then she went to Barbados, and then Barbados to Dominica right there and then. So I think it's pretty nice right there that they can actually just do that instead of flying from London to Miami, Miami straight to Dominica. If you want to do it either way, whichever one is cheaper, as long as you get more options right there and then to do your thing in this regard. So he's steady right there, January 1st, 5th, 8th, 10th, and 12th. They are pretty much selling like hotcake in this regard. So I think that is a wonderful thing right there. A lot of people want to come to Dominica, and of course, that is definitely bypassing or more expensive airports like Antigua. That is definitely a more expensive airport. You don't want to go there. Puerto Rico can be cheap, because I actually had flights from Puerto Rico that was pretty cheap right there. Normally I take one-way flights, and then when I come back, take the other one-way down and whatnot. So that's how I do mine. You might not be able to do that, but that's how I do mine in this regard right there. Anyways, there's this stuff. There's another video. This one was taken far off on the mountains, it seems like, in Dominica somewhere. And this, of course, is the emblem of that. Somebody stated something vital. Let me see if I have it. I have it there. No, I don't think I have it there. Somebody stated, how would they have 6 fire trucks bringing water? That person is exaggerated because there's only 2 fire trucks I seen there. But they, at least my issue is when they go into out fires, they normally have the hose that have holes in them. I remember the library and I was questioning that, and then we see one of the hoses had holes in them. So, but they don't have holes in this fire truck. Maybe this fire truck is just specifically for the airport. So, yeah, that's a good thing right there. But this was a pretty epic shot in this regard as the plane was passing over. However, guys, I want to tell you guys something rather interesting that you may not have noticed or have heard of. There's a little birdie that told me apparently it was not the Prime Minister them who organized this thing. It was actually American Airlines who reached out to Dominica. No, that is a little birdie. That's what a little birdie told me. A little birdie is associated to American Airlines. Well, they associated of it right there. He told me that they did not do it. The government of Dominica did not do it. It was American Airlines that actually reached out to them. Now, I don't have the specifics of this. However, I do have the portfolios of what the individuals were saying in the inaugural speeches, so to speak. When they had one, Asa Banton actually had it. And in that speech, I listened to both the Prime Minister speaking as well as the American airline individuals in Miami giving their meetings and stuff, having their little speech and everything going on. And from the basis of what I gathered, the Prime Minister was pretty much just thanking American Airlines for doing businesses with them. He never said that they reached out to them and whatnot and whatnot. I never heard that in the speech. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I listened to the whole speech and I never heard nothing like that. There was no mention of saying who was sent out to go and see if they can find things. But apparently American Airlines wanted to expand, and as a result of the whole Rona situation, they wanted to expand to more countries via the fleets that they actually have, the American Eagle fleets, and they wanted to reach out to other countries. So they reached out to Dominica. Not only Dominica, guys, but they also reached out to Anguilla, and they stated themselves in the Miami speech that they stated that they want to expand to more countries. So they are the ones pushing the initiative on Dominica, while we think to ourselves that it was a Prime Minister them that reached out to them. No, it was not. It was they who apparently reached out to the Prime Minister them for them to be able to fly into Dominica and, of course, boost up the vibrations. So when we think it is the Prime Minister them that actually was the smart ones to do these things, and I myself thought it was them, only where I realized from a little birdie and from the information that I actually had from the speeches that they gave in Miami and as well in Dominica, and as well as the intent that they actually have to then further push the fleets that they have with American Eagles to other Caribbean countries or other places, I realized that yes, that makes sense. It doesn't seem like it was the Prime Minister them that did this. The Prime Minister them just facilitated. What was the right word? Let me see the right word that they use in this regard right there. Let me get it for you. The right word, the right wording. To make more money, some kind of thing, blah blah blah. It's not the Dominican government that set that up. They basically facilitated it. They facilitated the process, of course, bringing new people and whatnot. I think that's a good thing, definitely. Still giving a little round of applause to the government for at least, you know, I mean, what other option would they have? Say no? They couldn't say no, so at least, you know, but the round of applause should really go to American Airlines for looking at Dominica as another destination that they would like to fly into. Straight from Miami. So it was not them. It was not the government of Dominica that initiated that thing. It was them who initiated that to the government of Dominica. So when we think of the government of Dominica getting better and wiser and thing, because that's what I thought, apparently it was not them who had the bright idea. It was them, and then they tested the thing a few months ago where they flew into Dominica. They tested that out to see how it was, if they could fly into Dominica and everything like that. And it worked out, and they decided that they want to increase this stuff. The Prime Minister also stated that as well. The Prime Minister didn't ask them to increase it, you know. No. They decided to increase the amount of flights from 2 to 3 per week into Dominica. So it's rather interesting that if you listen carefully to the speeches, you realize, and when I got that information, I went back to the speeches for me to listen attentively to see what they were saying, and apparently the little birdies seems to be right in this, because they're looking to Anguilla. It's not like the Dominican government was facilitating for them to move to Anguilla as well. On Saturday, they will be going to Anguilla to expand as well. So there'll be another inaugural flight. So it's not Dominica that pushed for Anguilla. No. The American Airlines wanted to push for more things so they can get more funds, more destinations and everything like that. And the more they increase their destinations, the more people travel to other places. I think that is a good thing. So the real gist of the whole thing, guys, is that kudos should have been given to American Airlines and not Dominica. So I take back my kudos from the Prime Minister, and I'm giving the kudos to American Airlines for looking to Dominica as the source where they can actually increase their flights for the American Eagle planes that they have as a result of the association to American Airlines. So kudos to American Airlines for looking for Dominica. It's quite unfortunate that the Prime Minister couldn't reach out to them, even though they have chartered flights from Miami and all these kind of things. They couldn't link up with them. I guess they couldn't do such a thing. But American Airlines decided they want to come to Dominica as well. So kudos to American Airlines for that. It's quite unfortunate that I was actually giving one to the Prime Minister. I was giving one to the Prime Minister, man. And we saw the Minister of Tourism came up from the flight as if she was doing something. No, you did nothing. She did nothing. My God. But you're on flight and you're talking speech and making speech as if you guys were the ones who initiated that with American Airlines. You didn't do this. It was American Airlines who wanted to expand their fleet. And they looked to Dominica and you guys facilitated the process. Well, at least I can say thanks for facilitating the process in this regard right there. Now it makes sense. Because a lot of people are saying, well, the international airport is actually this place and not other place. But we realized that it was Miami American Airlines that reached out to Dominica for them to be able to fly into Dominica with the American Eagle section. So that was interesting right there when I found it out. So it's not just somebody telling me this. I actually had to go through the evidence that I actually have and listen to them to see that what they were saying. And in their speech in Miami, they were talking about expanding to other places as well. They're looking to expand to other places, so they're going to reach out to a number of places. And one of the places that they reached out to was Dominica. It wasn't Dominica government reaching out to them in this regard. They just facilitated. So when you don't know, guys, when you don't know, you really don't know. Rather interesting. Talking about interesting, guys. This is another interesting video that I saw today, brothers and sisters. Pardon, boy, you mad. Pardon, okay, father. Okay. At least the wall break is fall, man. The wall break is fall right there. Let me expand that so you can see properly. I know some of all these your eyes are cataract and it's like they Mystelics I got it not so I expanded it for all you. Let me see if that render properly. Okay, you render fast. That computer fast, man. The joke is that big up the M1 Max, man. So Jay, that didn't do properly, no? Yes, sir. Uncle think he had it on lock way. Or you doing too much thing, father. You going when you don't have vehicle and bike, you have to try your best to see how you can go down the mountain fast. Yeah, boy. Really. Bring back this people cat for them, please. Bring back this people cat for them. This kind of reminds me of labor rights, brothers and sisters. This kind of reminds me of labor rights. That very thing right there. So the brother has the whole way he can actually walk. But he's waiting for this he's waiting for it to change. He's waiting for it to change to green so he can walk. If this don't remind you of labor rights, I don't know what else, eh? If this don't remind you of labor rights, I don't know what else. When the road declare, for them to go. Go ahead. You see the way for it to get better. No! We're waiting for the light to turn green. But human beings incredible, boy. Anyways, guys, apparently this was taking place in Botanical Gardens today. An individual sent this for me, stating that the bus drivers seem to have some sort of problem and they are having some sort of meeting. That's what he stated to me. If you guys know exactly what was going on right there, let me know that in the comment box below. But this is what the individual stated to me, that there's bus drivers and you can pretty much see a lot of buses in there
Something going on.
You see, something is going on in the botanical gardens with a lot of bus drivers. Because these are pretty much a lot of buses right there, guys. And apparently they're having some sort of meeting. I thought the other day that they gave them some money. Say, bus drivers, or you finish the Easter money now, boy. Christmas coming, the goose getting fat. Please put $1 in the gas tank. Okay, that don't make it much sense, but you get the point, man. It seems like there's a lot of buses in botanical garden. There's some meeting that they are having apparently, and I'm not surprised if people think the economy changed because they get a little additional monies. No, it doesn't work like that way. You know, the economy is still the economy. So you see a lot of bus drivers. There's one, I don't know if that's a bus driver, but that looking like a HRV, and there's more buses going down there. So apparently that's what the individual told me. If you know exactly what is going on there, guys, or maybe there's those vehicles parked there, I don't know. But let me know your thoughts in the comment box below. Now, guys, concerning the whole situation, apparently somebody made this.
There's an action that I'm hoping to announce this week.
The person who did this, I understand the sentiment.
Which I believe and I'm hoping will help in reducing the cost of the customs.
So the Prime Minister says he wants to reduce the cost of the customs. But it's not interesting, as I remember the bus drivers and everything like that. If that is the case with the bus drivers right there, they're having another meeting. The economy has to change. The economy has to change. You cannot be working in a place that is not successful and think you in that place will become successful if the entire, it's like you're in a cup. Sorrel juice for the massive them. Big up yourself one time. Anyways, you have a cup with things inside it. You inside there, you know, brothers and sisters. Use a fish inside the water in the cup. And the cup dirty. It doesn't matter what you do inside the cup will always be dirty, brothers and sisters. You inside the cup. Doesn't matter if somebody decide, hey, let me drop a bottle of clean water inside there. You might get a little taste of the clean water, but guess what? The clean water inside the dirty water, and you fish in the dirty water will always be what? Dirty. Brothers and sisters, the water has to change. That is the benefit of it. So no matter what they do, and if the economy is not elevating, the people will forever suffer with the ideology thinking that, hey, we got a little money here and there. We got a little money here and there, but the economy is still the same, brothers and sisters. That money is going to vanish from your hands. As you can pretty much tell, guys, we realize price is increasing. Price is increasing. That thing I have right there, guys. I told people about this very thing. These two things I have. In some places, this is $2.50. Some places, this is $2.75. Some places, this is $3 in post-smoke. In some places, this is $2.50. Some places, this is $3. Some places, this is $3.75. By the pack. $3.70. Oh, yeah. So, but another thing I forgot to tell people, I know people were talking about, I actually mentioned this, and some people were wondering what exactly I was talking about in this regard. So apparently, the Chinese sell this for $2.50. Some people in Portsmouth, instead of going by the wholesalers in Roseau, they buy it from the Chinese for $2.50. Instead of going Roseau, they buy it from the Chinese, and they're reselling it for $3, $3.50, $3.75, $3.75 right there. When the Chinese are buying it from the wholesalers in Dominica. So, that's how it goes. But apparently nobody believes Scared when he's talking about this very thing right there. Yes, you stated this thing, but how is it going to affect the people?
I've also asked the Financial Secretary to look at, as this is now, we go about determining what you pay.
Well, I mean, they go about determining what you pay and then they put the price on it, but you know it's still going to be expensive anyways. It's like, you know, things are like 100%. Like, let's say you buy something for $100. When it comes to customs, you have to pay $100 in addition. So you end up paying $200 in total. And then they increase it to 113%. So you're now paying $230. But they might just bring it down to $110. So you end up paying $210. And you think you get it. Guys, you have to understand how this system works. And guys, I was kind of excited with the Prime Minister, thinking that the Prime Minister, my greatest interest in this whole thing right there, guys, is the planes that I just realized I thought the Prime Minister was the one who initiated it. But it wasn't. And I gave him his kudos, brothers and sisters. You heard the previous video. I gave him his kudos for that. But that wasn't the case at all. It was American Airlines who initiated that. Hey, buddies. And you can listen to the previous videos of them on Facebook, you know, on Emo News and on Asa Banton, where the Prime Minister them was thanking them for selecting Dominica and everything like that. Versus them talking about them expanding not just to Dominica but to other places when they're giving their inaugural speech for the flight to Dominica and everything. But we're still happy that Miami has we are connected to Miami now. It's just sad that I couldn't give the or leave the kudos with the Prime Minister, because I just found this out right there early on this morning, I would say. So you heard it there, guys. You heard it here. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment box below. This is pretty much all about us for this year Mystelics reaction channel, guys. Don't be like this guy. Please take it easy on the road. Take it easy. Take it easy. The wall break is for. Anyways, guys, don't forget to subscribe and turn on that post notifications so you can get all the videos as they come from. Become a part of the Mystelics reaction family. Give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate that right there and there, guys. I'll see you guys in the next reaction video.